Hi everyone. Oop, got my finger stuck in my headphone jack here. Hello everybody. Welcome to my shift show. My name is Lori and thank you for joining me. My purpose drives me. I have been inspired to pop on and share all of my shifts, and it's been exciting and scary for me. And today I wanted to just share an observation that I've been having recently. I have been paying attention to how many times a day I get scared to do something or fear comes up in my life in some form or another. And I wanted to share that with you because I was astonished at how many times a day fear comes up for me. And it could be like true fright or just like I feel a hesitation to do something, and I recognize that there's a little bit of fear there, and that awareness has been very interesting for me. I've really been surprised at how frequently I experience fear on a daily basis. Now, my nose is so itchy. When I started paying attention to where I have fear throughout my day, I started to get a little bit worried about myself. And then I started getting curious and asking myself, okay, what's under this fear? And I started getting excited because I was learning more and more about myself. So let me just share with you a couple examples of where I experience fear throughout my day. And it can be something very simple, and then sometimes it's something really complex. Oh my gosh, my nose. When my nose itches, it's usually that I am right on track and somebody is going to listen to this, whether it be on the podcast or on YouTube or wherever I post it, but somebody needs to hear it if my nose is this itchy. When you feel fear, I want you to know that number one, you're not alone. I think a real misconception about fear is that you shouldn't feel that way, or how silly it is for you to be afraid to. Let me see. I I had a fear the other day, and I think maybe fear might be the wrong word, but I had hesitation of just doing something simple like I was going to burn myself taking something out of the oven. And I take precautions like, oh, I'm going to burn myself. I have my oven mitts on. I'm fully protected. I know what I'm doing. I'm not juggling. Like sometimes when I'm taking something out of the oven, I have something in this hand and then I'm trying to remove with one hand. I wasn't doing that, but nonetheless, that fear showed up. I'm going to burn myself. And really, I had taken every precaution not to burn myself. So why was that coming up? I'm like, wow, I'm afraid to take this. And like, it didn't stop me from taking it out of the oven, but I just noticed, wow, I'm like creating a story that I'm going to burn myself here, even though that I've done all this work and put these things in place so I don't do it. And then that got me thinking, holy cow, my nose. Then that got me to thinking, well, where else do I do this in my life? That I create a story based on fear and then I stop, it prevents me from doing something. And I just went, kapow, like my mind was blown. My stories around fear, whether it's about something teeny tiny or really large, the story that I create has held me back from doing something, from taking a leap, from enjoying something. I have a fear of traveling by myself. I want to go visit some amazing people in this country that I've met online. And I have a fear of traveling by myself. That holds me back from doing something that can potentially expand me exponentially. I have a fear of hitting a deer with my truck because I've done it before. So now when I drive by this spot that I hit the deer, every day I think, oh, the deer is going to jump. The deer jumped once. The deer jumped once. But nonetheless, every day I drive by that spot and I'm like waiting for the deer to jump out. So I'm sharing this with you today to just invite you to recognize or take notice or bring some awareness as to where fear shows up throughout your day. And just pause for a second and ask, am I creating a story here? Am I creating a story based on past experience that's going to prevent me from doing something amazing? Pause and ask yourself that. Or maybe it's a valid thing that you're just not ready to step into yet. And that's okay. Either one of these is okay. I just thought to myself, how interesting that I get like scared at teeny tiny things and really big things. Like I have fear tied up that something's going to happen to my kids. You know, like nothing's going to happen to them. Like it's a story that I have. And I have a fear that I'm going to fail as a parent. That's my story. That's one of my biggest fears, that I'm going to fail as a parent. But I have created that story since I gave birth to my first child, that I am going to fail at this parenting thing. I don't know what I'm doing. And that's a big one, right? That's a big one that I work on every day. But that fear, I have noticed, gets smaller and smaller and smaller because I keep looking at it. I keep saying, okay, it's okay, Lori. It's okay that you're scared today. It's okay that you're scared about something going on with your kids. It's okay. Now, how many of you stop to do that? That's my second invitation to you. Once you've paused and you ask yourself, are you creating a story based on your past experiences that's preventing you from doing something amazing? My second invitation is for you to be kind to yourself and say it's okay. Whether you are or you aren't. It's okay. I give you permission to be afraid of something. But I also give you the permission to let go of it and move into whatever it is, whatever beautiful thing that it is that you're going to walk into. I feel like the message is complete today. Thank you guys for joining me on my shift show. Every time I'm gonna have trouble with that. It's like a tongue twister, but I love it. I love the name, My Shift Show, because it is, and I'm happy to share it with you. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lori, and my purpose drives me. Please share this message out if you feel like someone could benefit from it, and feel free to join my Facebook group. It's called Life with Purpose. There's a link at the top of my Facebook page. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.